Kajwang Moses.
Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with the senator from Kiambu. His interpretation of Standing Order 199-2, that the conversation about Senator Roba as an individual should be declared out of order. However, Mr. Speaker, the conversation should be about the principle in Standing Order 191F, the principle, not the person. And I think that is what my colleagues on this side have been trying to canvass. The principle. Mr. Speaker, if I was to rise or to debate on this motion, I am going to strongly oppose it, not because of the members that have been listed there, but because of the principle. Mr. Speaker, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen has been very articulate on the issue of parliamentary party, but he has forgotten to read Standing Order number 2, which is entitled Interpretation, and which defines what a parliamentary party is, and says a party or a coalition of parties consisting of not less than 10 senators. Now, even if you are going to be discussing a party, there are only 2 parties that qualify to be parliamentary parties in this House. Even if you are talking about coalitions, there are only 2 coalitions that qualify to be coalition, to be parliamentary parties in this House. Mr. Speaker, the principle is this. There is no way that a member of the Azimio coalition can be appointed by the other coalition. But even if that were the case, Mr. Speaker, then you will have contradicted your earlier ruling, Mr. Speaker, by saying that the Kenya Kwanza side is a majority. Because the principle in 191F talks of 7 senators that reflect the strength of parties in the House. The minute you have 4 senators out of 7 coming from Azimio, Mr. Speaker, you are saying Azimio is a majority. What we need to do to cure this debate, and I want to encourage the majority leader, my good friend, Senator Cheriot, either there is mischief or there's some laziness in crafting of this motion. Either mischief to rub it in our face that even though Senator Roba has filed for decree, he's been granted decree nisi, he has not been given decree absolute. He is still our wife, and they are working with him in parties, in weddings, in events, in functions. Mr. Speaker, that is bigamy. And bigamy is an offense under the law, punishable by 5 years in prison. Mr. Speaker, even if he has filed papers, perhaps he has decree nisi, wait for decree absolute. And that's why I'm saying it could be that mischief that Senator Cheriot wants to show us that our wife has left us. But our wife has not been discharged. Mr. Speaker, I really want to urge that we go back and redraft this motion. We go back and remove and put names that are non-controversial. I have no personal problem with Senator Roba. He's a fine gentleman. I have no personal problem with him. But putting him on this list then means you are admitting that Azimio is the majority in this House. Mr. Speaker, the principle in 191F, if this motion goes the way it goes, then this side is a majority of the House.